Good morning, Facebook. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. Depending on how you're catching us, we are streaming live from Facebook right now. Replays available on YouTube. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning, Halloween morning. It is Halloween morning, and don't know what to expect today because Halloween is hit or miss for us here at the restaurant. It's always been. A lot of people are at holiday parties. But of course, there's not many holiday parties this year, and a lot of people aren't out trick-or-treating this year. So we never know what to expect anyway in the restaurant industry, so who knows what's going to happen tonight here as far as business. But good morning, everybody tuning on. Good morning, Michael. Hi, Pat. Good morning, Candace. It's Saturday morning. It is icy outside here in Ellenville. I went outside, and there's a layer of thin ice all over the place. And the mountains here look beautiful. They look a little like icy over. It looks great. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Alessandra. All the way from Italy, Alessandra. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It is Halloween here in the U.S. today, because we do have a it's still today in Italy anyway. Ali, do you celebrate Halloween? Is Halloween a thing in Italy? If you're tuning in, just drop a comment, hashtag live. I want to talk about some updates and some cool specials that we got going on, including Thanksgiving update that we're doing. We've had a lot of phone calls for Thanksgiving, and we're doing takeout only on Thanksgiving, 11 to 2. We're doing a traditional turkey dinner. We're doing a salmon or halibut dish with all the fixings. We're doing our brisket with all the fixings. When I mean all the fixings, creamed corn, green beans, mashed sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, roasted butternut squash, cranberry sauce. That is going to be $25 a person to go. It's usually $35 if you were to eat in here in person, but since we don't have to pay wait staff, that we pass that savings along to you. So it's $25. Last year we did a lot of to-goes, and it was $30, I think it's $36, our actual menu price. So $25, $24.99. We are taking a limited amount of reservations. If you want a whole turkey for your house, we can get them for you. I need to know ASAP. These turkeys will be, they are hormone-free, antibiotic-free, the whole deal, that whole thing that we all, of course, are our standards. So $4.99 a pound for all-natural turkey. So $4.99 a pound. We can get a 16-pound and we get a 20-pound. Those are the two sizes. It's an average. It's like 14 to 16 and 18 or the 20. I'd have to check the message from our sales rep. So we can get you a whole turkey if you want. I need to know ASAP on that. If you want Thanksgiving takeout, you have to call in, and you're going to prepay online for that. So, what's that? Yeah, I'm going to get that set up this week on our shopping cart. Probably Monday or so. If I have a chance on Monday, I'll get a shopping cart set up so you can go in and just purchase that. But you can call here. We'll schedule a time, and then you go online and actually pay for it ahead of time. So that's how that's going to work. Mussels this weekend, $9.99 mussels this weekend, all weekend long. Mussels are $9.99. That's the pound price, and that is for takeout only, $9.99 all weekend long. Tomorrow, our $9.99 special is a shrimp and mussel green Thai curry made from organic coconut milk. It's served with our organic brown rice, our brown rice blend. So that is for takeout tomorrow, Sunday. And anything else I need to update anybody on, Jane?
Wine dinner on Monday?
Oh, wine dinner on Monday. Spanish wines on Monday. A recap of our Spain visit in 2018, we went to Spain through Rioja and Ribera del Duero and Navarra, Penedes, Mondstadt, Priorat, and Valencia. So we're doing a recap of some of those wineries here. All of the wines that we have here are for sale. Our new wine for sale for you to take home at retail pricing, and then of course restaurant pricing is when you sit down and eat here. We have 33 wines, $29 or less on our menu. Jamie and I are really super proud of that. We worked very hard for that. We had to up inventory on certain wines to get better discounts on volume to be able to bring our prices down. I've explained it before in a couple of Facebook Lives. So the more wine you buy of the same wine you buy from a distributor, you can save almost 30%, 25% sometimes. So if you buy 5 cases, you'll get a case free, basically, the way the pricing works out, as opposed to buying 1 case or 3 bottles of something. And with 300 wines on our list previously, we just couldn't buy 5 cases of every wine. And some wines don't offer discounts, volume discounts. So now we're at 150 wines on our wine list, and we're able to buy a lot of those wines in bulk. So we're able to buy multiple cases and get discounts, sometimes the discounts right on to you. So that's why we have 33 wines for $29 or less. These are not just run-of-the-mill, inexpensive, cheap wines. It's easy for us to call a distributor and say, hey, I have a budget of $3, $3.50, $4, send me a bunch of wine, because those wines exist. Those are really not from wineries. Those are from brands that are made up that they contract, like Yellowtail. Yellowtail is not really a real winery. They contract out, just like Sam Adams contracted their beers out. They were never a real brewery. So that's what a lot of wines are, and that price point is they're just contracting out extra juice from bigger producers or bigger co-ops and slapping their label on it. So there's no tasting room you can visit. There is no family passion, which is the main ingredient lacking in that. So all of our wines that we sell have family passion. Jamie and I have been to the vineyard. We know the winery owners. We'll take you there too. That's why we do our trips. You can head over to VIP Winery Vacations on Facebook and like us there. And there's a lot of trip updates all the time at VIPWineryVacations.com for the website with all of our tours. We're adding more tours. We'll even do private tours. If you have 6 people that want to go, we can actually totally set you up and rock and roll, and you'll have an amazing time. With those little 6 people, we can do a whole private tour for you. Our trips usually start at about $5,000 a person, but if you want to add on extras, like a Ferrari tour, a helicopter tour, things like that, vintage Fiat rides in Pisa, Alfa Romeo, vintage Alfa Romeo rides in Ostuni down south in Apulia. There's certain things we can add on. So if you have a party of 6 or more, we can totally customize your trip to really wow, over the top. If you go to VIPWineryVacations.com, you'll see a lot of the wineries we go to. You'll see a lot of the hotels we go to. Just start clicking tabs. I just updated the Veneto site the Veneto page last night. I was up late until about 1 a.m. updating that, adding some hotels on and some wineries. Been messaging some people in Italy today already. One of our favorite cheese shops, Sapori del Portico, up in Negrar, up in Valpolicella, up in the Veneto. We've been messaging the owner this morning, and we're going to, on that trip, we're going to include lunch. He has a cheese cave. It's amazing. He has this beautiful cheese cave that goes in. He ages his own cheese. He gets a lot of local cheeses, and then he puts his finishing touches on, so only he's the one that has these cheeses. They have a lot of mostardas or mustards, Italian mustards, which are spicy fruit jams. They have mustard oil in them, and it's like you walk in, you have all these buckets behind the bar, and it's just really amazing. And the charcuterie, Jamie and I fell in love with that place when Giovanni Bertani brought us there years ago. It's his favorite cheese shop, and it's up by his vineyard, by the Bertani family vineyard, Tenuta Santa Maria. So we're going to do some Thanksgiving wine recommendations. So stay tuned for that. We will be doing gift baskets for the holidays coming up. So if you want like a bourbon basket, things like that, you just have to buy food to comply with the SLA, New York State Liquor Authority regulations. But we now sell these amazing imported pizzas from Tuscany, from Naples. From Naples that come in frozen. They're made in Naples. They're $10.99. Talia is the name of it, Talia di Napoli. You can look it up, Talia, Talia di Napoli. If you bought those pizzas online and shipped them to you, they'd be about $15 a pizza. The gluten-free ones are a bit more. We're selling them for $10.99. They're frozen. The directions are on them in 15 minutes. You can literally have world-class Napolitan-style pizza coming out of your home oven. It's made with the good flour, the good cheese, the good tomatoes, all local products down from Campania. So you can easily buy something like that and keep it for later in your freezer. Some people stocked up on them. We have our second batch coming in today, this morning, for our delivery this week, because we have sold so many of them. There's a classic margarita, and there's what they call it as a wild broccoli. We know it as broccoli Rob. local broccoli rabe from the Campania area that's put on the pizza with some mozzarella. Really, these pizzas are amazing. New York Times wrote them up a year and a half ago. The New York Times wrote them up when we first found them at a food show. The New York Times wrote them up as well. I guess that's when they started importing, I think, and had a nice article in the New York Times how you can get literally world-class pizza in your home kitchen. It's amazing. $10.99 is it. But we're gonna have wine recommendations for Thanksgiving and for the holidays. And we have lots and lots of wines in stock. As you know, if you've been inside here, we are totally stocked up. When Jamie and I went to Lamora, Italy a few years ago. Lamora is in Piedmont. That's home of Barolo's. We went with this really cool restaurant 2 nights in a row, and it was a really awesome pizzeria, all kinds of other local foods, really, really cool. And we sat down, and I was amazed how much wine they had everywhere. There was wine like everywhere. They had a nice wine cellar, but there was like boxes of wine here, boxes of wine there. And I'm like, whoa, this place is like imagine having a restaurant with just wine everywhere. And we ordered a bottle of wine, and the waiter went over to like one of the boxes that was floor stacked and grabbed our bottle of wine for us and brought it to the table. And I was like, wow, there's just like wine everywhere. I was like, I've never seen a restaurant with wine all over. Well, now you walk into Aroma Time, and we've got wine all over. So there's literally wine everywhere here. And all this is for sale to go at retail prices. And again, on our wine list, if you sit down, 33 wines at $29 or less, starting from $19 and up to $29. There's 33 wines, really a good value. And then they're all specially priced for retail if you take home. There's a few $9.99 wines. There's a great Chardonnay, a nice Rioja from Spain there. So, Jamie, did I miss anything?
Groceries are available.
Groceries are available, yes.
Go online to our website. We'll post that again in our email today. You'll probably put a link.
Yep, I'm going to send an email out again today.
We'll have an email out today, and we're open tonight. The dining room is open.
Dining room's open. We're not expecting to sit outside in the cold.
We do have some blankets in case people need a blanket outside and they are cold and they want to sit outside. It is supposed to be sunny and 44, which is kind of cold. We will have the fire pit going, so you're more than welcome to sit outside. Just dress warm, call ahead, make a reservation. We have limited tables. I think that is it, right? Burrata's back.
Burrata's back. Italian burrata
yeah.
from Apulia is back in stock. It went we sold over half the case last night.
We did, yeah.
People are now coming in every week for the burrata. So we get this imported burrata from Apulia, the real deal. It's DOP certified. It's from Andrea, the city in Apulia in the heel, which was the birthplace of burrata. Burrata is basically like this cheese on cheese ravioli. So it's fresh mozzarella, buffalo mozzarella, then it's packed inside with stracciatella cheese, which is chopped up bound with cream. You cut this fresh mozzarella open, and it just oozes out more cheese and more cream. So most burrata that's in restaurants is not the real deal, because the real deal is at least twice the price to come from Andrea, to come from Italy, to get something that's DOP certified. That's the consortium that certifies foods to make sure that they're genuine and authentic coming out of Italy. So you can buy Belgioso burrata for at least half the price. So most restaurants don't really have the real deal burrata. Once you taste the real burrata, you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. The sales rep from the company who sells it to us says that most restaurants are charging $18 for this, especially closer to New York City. And in New York City, $18, we're charging, I think, $12.99 on our menu. So we're keeping it at a good value. So $12.99. So $18, he says most restaurants are charging down in the metro New York area, New York City. I know we're not New York City, so we don't have New York City pricing, but that's just a comparison. This is gaining a lot of popularity, the burrata, so we are bringing it in every week. We get, if it gets flown in every week, it lands on Tuesday, gets delivered to us on Wednesday, and we're sold out by Sunday. More and more people are like, okay, I'm coming back every week for this burrata. Originally put it on our grocery list. And the first weeks it's a perishable fresh mozzarella, so I didn't want to waste any, because that would cost a lot of money if we wasted. And so the first week we put it on our grocery list, we sold about half the case, a third of the case out in our grocery list at a reduced price. And then all of a sudden, this is like the 4th or 5th week we've had it, and it's just gaining so much popularity. People are coming in for it, and like, oh my gosh, I brought friends in this time. I got to try this. So if you're a fresh Buffalo Mozzarella fan, then this is totally for you. Let's see. I think that's probably about it. Oh, our wine dinner on Monday night is four wines in a dish, $25. Good morning, everybody who's tuning in. Good morning, Nancy, Greg, Doug, Bernadette, Chris, Thomas, Daniel, Karen. Good morning, everybody. Just drop a comment, #live, if you're tuning in live or on the replay. So our wine dinner, back to our wine dinner, 4 wines in a dish for $25. I'm going to do like a chicken and rice dish, keep it the Spanish theme of Spanish wines. Call and make a reservation for that, 647-3000. Since we're inside, I doubt Monday is going to be a nice day to sit outside and do our wine dinners. We did them all summer long outside every other Monday, and it was massive success. Doing them inside, they're going to have a lot less. We're probably only going to be able to do about 12 people, maybe 16 people. Not 100% sure. So just make sure that you call ahead, 647-3000 to book that. It's an amazing deal for $25. You're basically getting 2 full glasses of wine plus a dish for $25. If you were to come in just without that dinner and buy 2 glasses of wine, you're going to spend $20, then add the dish. So the savings add up on those. The idea is we want to be able to showcase a lot of these cool wines that we have to you, and the wines are for sale at retail pricing. So we always sell a good amount of wine to go, and if we can make money on that end, then that's a win-win for us. You get to try, we get a good deal, and we still get to make money. So, and be here and operate. I haven't spoke about COVID in a while. If you are wearing a mask, which you're required to, you should be spraying this down with hydrogen peroxide. At least 3-4 times a day. You see that we have alcohol bottles and I have hydrogen. If you spray it with rubbing alcohol and put it back on, it's going to be very unpleasant. But hydrogen peroxide, you can spray on here, air dry it really quick, and then put it back on. There are health implications to wearing a mask in both directions, right? So we wear it for safety, but there are some downfalls to the bacteria that will get on here and then harbor, and then the correlation between bacterial pneumonia and other things is really strong. If you read some articles on that. So, but if things land on here, they can live on here. So it defeats the purpose of wearing it if you're going to wear a dirty mask. And you can't tell that it's dirty because these are microscopic particles, viruses that will land on here. So a lot of the health experts say to spray these things down and sanitize them. So if you go into Walmart and you're really concerned that there's something in the air somewhere, if you're really concerned, then you should have the hydrogen peroxide in your car, and when you get back to your car, take this off and spray it down with hydrogen peroxide. So you kill anything that you would have picked up in Walmart or any store or in any crowd that you went. That's a true way to make this to make it more effective. Most of the masks, especially these bandanas, the majority of the masks people wear are just not effective. They're just a small buffer, unless you're wearing a 95 mask or more. But then it's sometimes these masks are hard to breathe in. These are the state issued masks that we get, and they come from the state and they're sent through one of our food companies. And these are actually on the label it says colloidal. They have silver in them and copper, because colloidal silver is really good to kill viruses. So I was really surprised that the state issued one actually had contained silver. And this is hard to breathe in, by the way. Like, you put this thing on and it's hard to breathe. You have to have a gap somewhere in here and make it sure it's not fitting tight so you can at least breathe, which means you're breathing stuff in and out. So whether you wear a mask, whether you believe in one or not, whether you're pro or anti, spray your mask down with hydrogen peroxide. Make sure it's clean and that you're not transporting a virus, bacteria, and things like that. And especially breathing that in. I know this mask here, you can't tell which is the front or which is the back. So it's easy to confuse it, to walk into a store, take it off, and then next time you put it on, flip it around and put it on the other way. A lot of masks are like that, which in anything landed on your mask while you're in the store, you're just flipping it around, putting it on your face and breathing it in. So that's simple logic that's not going to work that well. So spray your mask down and sanitize, whether you're anti or pro mask. Keep that mask clean and sanitized. Good morning, everybody tuning in. I see Dave's on. Hi, Dave. Hi, Jim. Tamara, Ellen, Jennifer. Just drop a comment. You're tuning in #live. It is Halloween this morning, or today. Halloween all day, right? It's Halloween today. We don't know how busy we're going to be. It's just simply because there's not many parties this year. People aren't going trick-or-treating. Typically on Halloween, we're a little slower. It's not typically a busy night for us. Same thing with like 4th of July. It's not typically a busy night, or busy. The 4th of July dies down early. Halloween starts a little later for us for business-wise. So we have no idea what to expect tonight. Call ahead, 647-3000. We did switch our policy reservations. We were doing day of reservations only because we weren't sure of the weather and we were seeing people outside. We were avoiding inside, but now it's primarily inside. So we know how many tables we have. There's no surprises. Doesn't matter what the weather is. So you can call ahead of time now to make reservations. We just put that into force. So hopefully all of our staff knows that. We had a team meeting yesterday, a Zoom call going over that. So you can now make reservations more than a day ahead. And if you want to come in, you can dress up. Totally dress up if you want to come in. So Greg is asking if costumes are allowed inside with indoor dining. Of course, you're welcome. You're welcome to participate in Halloween and be festive and dress up. Patrick, who works for us, he is dressing up tonight. His costume is really, really cool. If you know Patrick here, his costume is like, wow, like this is like really cool. You should be like an impersonator for this person. Its costume is really so good. You could probably make a lot of money in Vegas as an impersonator. So if you want to see Patrick tonight, stop in and see him. That's it, folks. It is about 8:45. I think the polls are opening up here in Ellenville for early voting now. I think 8:45 the polls open this morning is what I believe. So if you're going out to vote, I know here in Ellenville, I believe that's the time that I saw. And that is it. Everybody have an amazing day, amazing weekend. It's sunny out right now. Go get some sun. Sun, the beautiful thing about sun and vitamin D is it works no matter what the temperature is. So you don't have to, just vitamin D is not one of those things that just works when it's warm. Vitamin D from the sun works when there's sun out. So it can be colder, it can be winter. The vitamin D works. So go get some vitamin D, boost your immune system. Everybody stay healthy, and we will see you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to everybody later.